Welcome to our Snooze News. Today, we are actually going to be answering a question that a lot of our viewers always write us, and that is, how do I measure for my foundation height? Which brings me to another point that we do have 3 different heights to choose from, standard heights to choose from on our website, and why you might go with those different heights. So, the mattress expert.
Uh-huh. Thank you very much for acknowledging my expertise.
Your presence.
Now, but I'm going to ask you a question in front of the folks because I
Perfect.
want to understand something. Most of the questions that the people ask you, if you can answer, what is the reason that they're asking the question?
So we have different options of foundations. We've got our standard option, which is 8.5 inches, and then we have our low profile option, which is 4.5 inches. So a lot of people are, how do I measure, like, how do I know what I need?
Okay. So there are basically today 3 types of beds that folks own, all right? There's what is called a no box bed, meaning you have a platform. Usually it comes with slats, right? You can see the slats running side to side, and then you put your mattress on it. So the first thing I need to tell people is this. If you have slats, and the slats are wider than a ½ inch across, right? You will need to put a bunkie board, or the truth is, if you have a 1/4 inch piece of plywood at home, or you want to go to Home Depot and buy a 1/4 inch, no more, you need to lay it flat. Why? Because a coil is round. And if you have a bigger space on those slats, part of that coil is not going to sit, and it's not going to be supported, and then your mattress is going to get destroyed from the bottom up. Very important. Remember that. You have slats, you have to have a solid board on it. If you don't want to go through the trouble, please order a bunkie board, tell us the size, we'll deliver, you pick up, you're done. And that mattress will last for as long as the quality of the mattress is. Now, next kind of bed that you have, that's just a regular steel bed frame, all right? And that you put your box on it. The best way to measure what you want, best way, is, for example, Rachel, stand sideways right here. Okay, move your hand. All right. So you see, her half tush is already at the top of this bed, where mine is not. So the best way for you to measure the height that you want, total height that you want, if you have a steel bed frame, okay, is, do you want to get into the bed, or do you want to straddle in the bed like Rachel just did, right? So if you want to do what Rachel did, then you take the 8.5 inch foundation. But if you're Rachel size and you want to be more comfortable getting into bed, then you should get the 4.5 inch foundation, right? Really, that's the only thing you should think about. The third is what is in front of us. You have sometimes just a headboard and a frame. Sometimes you have a headboard and a footboard, and obviously a solid frame, meaning this wall. So how do you measure it? What do you want? Very important. Look at the top of this foundation. This top is slightly above the side of your bed. Why? Because when you're going to go make up the bed, if this top is under it, you're going to ruin your fingernails, to say the least, and your knuckles. You're going to struggle, especially if you have a footboard on top of that. So how do you measure what you want? All right? Inside this box, there are slats. There are side slats that are holding this box up. In every bed that you will ever buy that has this type of construction, you take a tape measure, you open it, and you put the bottom of your tape on top of the slat inside. And whatever number you see that it will show you, you want that box to be ½ inch higher. So for example, if I put it here, and I have 7 inch inside from the top of the slat to the top of my side, I want an 8.5 inch box. you could request when you go online that your measurement is, let's say, 7 3/4.
That's important to realize when you're buying with us, you are able to get a custom foundation if needed.
Correct.
At any other mattress store, you only have the option of the
Correct.
standard foundation sizes.
That's-
Most people will get away with the standard, however, there are
You're right.
times.
Absolutely.
And so at Texas Mattress Makers, you can get that custom foundation.
That is absolutely correct. But that's the only way you should measure. Don't go from the outside, go from inside on top of the slat, look at the number, add a 1/2 inch to it, that's a box you need. Regardless of what size it is, like you said, if you need a 3-inch and we have a 4.5, we're gonna make you a 3-inch. If you need a 5.5 and we have a 4.5, we're gonna make you a 5.5. Because we manufacture everything and we can accommodate whatever you want.
Another question that our viewers always have, and everyone always starts it with, this might be a stupid question. No such thing. If somebody has an adjustable foundation, you do not need an alternative foundation. A lot of people ask that question. The whole idea is that your mattress needs to be supported by a solid base, as you said, to keep the integrity of the components.
If you have adjustable foundations or adjustable bed frames, all right? And let's say you want to exchange your mattress because you decided that I am very good at what I do and you're going to buy from us, which would be very, very good. I'm going to tell you, as long as that adjustable foundation, as Rachel said, is okay, meaning it's not broken or anything, you never need anything under your mattress except that. That will last you longer than your mattress ever will, regardless of how old your foundations are. Okay?
And one other thing that I want to know is in the industry, there used to be a different support system used, which are box springs.
You're taking me back to my youth.
And even so a lot of people, including ourselves, we kind of use the word foundation. Sometimes we use the word box spring because it really was, we were saying the same thing, but it is different. A true box spring, can you explain to the viewers what a box spring is made of and why we don't make box springs?
Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, props. I love props.
I'm back. In the old days, and people that think of box springs, I'm proud to say that are around my age. So here is what it was. In the beginning, the actual coil of a mattress inside was made to be very, very firm. And if you weighed above a certain amount, I can't even tell you honestly what it was, and you sat on the bed every day, you put all the pressure on the mattress, and then your side would curl down. So they came out with a box spring for one reason, to take and deflect that weight down. You had the actual, a very flat piece of wood, and we would put, coils.
In the center of it?
That is correct. Not only like that, all of it.
Got it.
It was called an 82 count. In other words, you would put coils that were made like hourglass, wide to narrow, wide to narrow. I forget that I'm standing here. And we had 82 of them on a queen size bed. So it made you ride, but the box, when you laid on it, wasn't solid. So it would go down under your weight and then come back up. Those days, it actually made your mattress live longer because the brunt of it wasn't only on the mattress. It was kind of shared down. But with today's technology, a coil takes everything that you need. You see this coil? It looks normal, meaning it looks natural, all of them. But the way we turn the wire inside, it allows for an immediate push, and then it stops, meaning it gets a little firmer, right? So when, regardless of, for example, this coil, and this is a cubic foot, meaning 12 by 12 by 12, is rated, holding on to yourself, 18,000 pounds. Now, I don't know a human being that weighs 18,000 pounds that can put his tush on this surface.
This is our quantum coil.
This is our quantum coil, okay? To make it simpler, You could literally drive a semi on top of this if you could somehow hold it in a square, and the truck will go over it, and this car will rebound.
Which we have a video of, and we will link it in the summary of this video.
That's why I have her. She's smarter than I am when it comes to things like that. So you do not need to order from anyone ever a box spring. First of all, it's very expensive, and it has zero utility for your comfort and the longevity of your mattress.
So basically nowadays foundations have basically replaced what the box spring was. Again, there are some articles on our site where we even use the word box spring. Anytime we use that, we are referring to a foundation. The word is used kind of interchangeably, but it is actually a different product if you're really getting into it. And those are the 3 questions about our foundations.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When are you going to have a baby?
November 10th is the due date.
It's a boy or a girl?
Girl, name's not being revealed.
I like girls. Boys.
He's excited for another grandchild.
A girl.
A girl.
A girl. You're cute.
And on that note, we will see you next time.